Are you an aspiring old school RuneScape Ironman who is already feeling the grind? Or maybe you've tried the challenge before and just quit? This video dives deep into the brutal reality of the early game Ironman journey, uncovering the shocking truth about why so many new Ironmen throw in the towel before they even get started. If you're struggling, you're not alone. And this video will show you why. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into something that a lot of old school RuneScape players think about. Why do so many new Ironmen quit? If you've recently started your Ironman journey or you're considering it, this video is for you. Let's talk honestly about the grind, the frustrations, and what you need to know before you put on that gray helmet. Let's be real, most new Ironmen quit because they don't understand the game yet. Ironman mode isn't like a regular account. There's no grand exchange. There's no handouts. Every resource, you gather it yourself. Every upgrade, you earn it. It takes an insane amount of time just to hit basic progression milestones. A lot of players come in with excitement, but excitement doesn't really equal self-sufficiency. And without a game plan, that motivation burns out fast. This game is a grind. If you're not following something like the optimal quest guide, which comes installed free on the Quest Helper plugin on RuneLite, which is the client you should be using, you're probably wasting your time on skills that you don't need yet. This guide will help you hit key unlocks like 53 Herblore for energy potions or 43 Prayer for overheads. Both are critical for mid-game Ironman survival. Early Ironman, listen up. One of the biggest traps is grinding agility right out of the gate. Don't do it. There are quests that hand out agility experience like candy. So why are you here, running in circles like a lost puppy? Save your knees, quest first, and suffer later. And let's not forget, every time you hit a new combat threshold, you need to upgrade your gear. And no, you can't just buy it. Do you want a rune scimitar? You better go camp Zamorak warriors or kill some fire giants. Let me clear this up. A scimitar is the best strength training weapon in early game. You don't train defense and melee at first, you use defensive casting in magic instead. And when it comes to skilling, it's repetitive and it's slow. Without grand exchange perks, you have to gather every log, every ore, and every fish by hand. Skilling becomes less about efficiency and more about patience. Here's a tough truth. If your friends are playing main accounts and you're grinding on an Ironman, they're gonna outpace you fast. They'll be doing God Wars dungeon together while you're still grinding out 70 cooking for a quest requirement. And the gap feels even worse when you're soloing everything. You can't do group bandos. It all has to be solo, and there's a lot higher requirements for the gear you need when you want to 1v1 monsters. This is why I highly recommend joining an Ironman focused clan. External motivation, people who understand the grind, it makes a huge difference. Let's talk about RNG, random number generator, aka how RuneScape decides your loot. People joke, it's 50-50, either you get the drop or you don't. But seriously, drops are based off of probability and that can be brutally frustrating. Let's take the Imbued Heart for example. It's locked behind the Bigger and Badder Slayer unlocked, and it only drops from superior monsters. Some people could get it in 3 kills, others after 1,000 plus. There's kind of a randomness and it kills morale, especially for solo players. But Ironman doesn't have to be lonely. There are multiplayer mini-games that are great progression and can be done with friends. Fishing Trawler for the Angler outfit, which you'll need for clue scrolls and diaries. But beware, the swamp pace can be really expensive early on. Temperos, which is good for your fishing barrel and your tackle box, but looter spells will make it smoother, and that's quite down your quest line. Wintertot has good early game loot, but you need 50 fire making, and yeah, you have to cut your own logs. Guardians of the Rift is excellent for early runes once you unlock it via quest, but you can't really craft the good runes until you're a high enough rune crafting level. These are fun social ways to break up the grind and make some progress. Let's talk money, because Ironmen need gold too. So here are some solid early methods. You've got the Stronghold of Security. Just do it. It's free cash. Talk to the Count south of Lumbridge, and then he'll teleport you over to the Stronghold of Security, and you can run through the first 3 levels and get yourself a nice little starting cash tag. The second option is Thieving, which does start slow, but it scales very well. Agility Pyramid is 10k GP per run if you can survive the trip. Raising Cats, you can turn them in for death runes, and it's an easy passive income for runes. High Alkene, once you hit 55 magic, you can start printing cash. You can train at Mage Training Arena. You'll need bones to peaches later for a diary requirement anyways. Slayer becomes your best moneymaker, though again, it's RNG dependent. Alright, let's break down how dying works in your modern old school RuneScape, because it's way more forgiving than it used to be. Unless you're in PvP. The first time you die, you get teleported to Death's office. It's like a spooky little waiting room where Death offers to hold your items, for a price of course. Meanwhile, your stuff gets left at a gravestone, but only you can access it, and it's there for 15 minutes. No one can touch it, no rush looters like back in 2007. But if you don't make it back in time, your items are sent to Death, and you'll need to buy them back for a higher fee. Inflation's wild, even in the underworld. If you die again when trying to recover your gravestone, your items are sent to the first grave you have. But be warned, some food and pots will be dropped on the floor given your death pile settings, so make sure you check them. And if you die in the wilderness to another player, well, you protect 3 items. 4 if you have Protect from item on, but if the enemy is smiting you, they will take that 4th item. Your items don't go into a gravestone, they drop as a key that the enemy player can pick up. Now, if you are PvPing on an Ironman, you can still pick up that key and trade it over to a main to get the loot. I wouldn't recommend bringing more than 3 items you really care about into the wildy at a given time, unless you're ready to risk it all. So Ironman mode is brutal, and it's not for everyone. But if you go in prepared, you join a community, and you manage your expectations, it can be one of the most rewarding ways to play old school RuneScape. If you found this helpful, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what your biggest Ironman frustration was. Thanks for watching, good luck, may your RNG be blessed, and peace.